and Octomon wastes no time proving that point. He looks down at Peter with a twisted smile and begins explaining the situation. Right now, thousands of people across the world are after Peter's life, because the bounty placed on his head is enormous, 7,600,000,000 won, roughly 7.6 million US dollars. For the assassin underworld, that kind of money is irresistible. Peter hears the number and immediately recognizes it. That amount was supposed to be the money waiting in his own bank account, the payment he earned after devoting his entire life to the organization. Octomon confirms it without hesitation. Exactly. The money Peter was supposed to receive for sacrificing his body and his life to the job has now become the reward for killing him. And Octomon clearly has no intention of letting that opportunity slip away. A wild grin spreads across his face. $7.6 million. Why would anyone walk away from that kind of easy money? So he steps forward and casually suggests that Peter should simply let him kill him. Before Peter can even respond, Octomon suddenly punches him straight in the face. Peter crashes to the ground. Octomon's henchmen immediately join in. They surround him and begin beating him mercilessly. To them, the fight is already over. They mock him while continuing the assault. After all, Peter is already dying anyway, so why make things difficult? Why struggle at all? Eventually, they drag Peter into another room and throw him onto the floor. His body slams against the ground. Blood spreads beneath him. One of the henchmen glances at him and shrugs. He thinks Peter might already be unconscious. Honestly, he was nervous before coming here. After all, this was supposed to be the legendary assassin Peter. But seeing him now, the mission feels laughably easy, so they prepare to finish it. But when they pull back the curtain, Peter slowly lifts his head, blood running down his face, and then he smiles, calmly. He tells them he has a small gift for them, before anyone can react. Peter tosses something toward them, a flare bomb. Octomon's expression changes instantly. Crap! The next moment, a massive explosion erupts inside the bookstore. Smoke and fire fill the room. Shelves collapse. Glass shatters everywhere. When the henchmen finally recover and rush back inside, Peter is gone. Octomon realizes what happened immediately. Even while injured, Peter had lured them toward the back of the shop and used the explosion to escape through the rear door. But the damage he took was severe. Peter was bleeding badly. He couldn't have gone far. Octomon quickly orders his men to spread out and find him. Meanwhile, outside the bookstore, the rain begins to pour. Thunder rolls across the sky, and not far from the shop, Peter collapses onto the ground in a deserted playground. Rain soaks through his clothes as he struggles to breathe. Blood mixes with the rainwater beneath him. His body trembles from the pain. Peter looks down at his hands. His fingers are crushed, barely moving, and for the first time, he admits something to himself. He couldn't even put up a proper fight. The truth is unavoidable now. His body has aged, the cancer is spreading, and the legendary assassin who once terrified the entire underworld can barely stand. As he lies there in the rain, his thoughts begin drifting back through his life. When he looks back at it now, that organization was his entire world. When other children were learning to write with a pencil, Peter was already learning how to shed blood. While other kids were playing, he was training with knives, practicing again and again until violence became second nature. When teenagers were nervously talking to their first crushes, Peter was learning how to wiretap phone calls, listening to conversations until his ears rang. Bruised, beaten, covered in blood, but still training. While young adults were going on their first dates, Peter was already working as a spy, carrying out missions in freezing foreign countries. And while others were getting married and building families, Peter was fighting on battlefields, facing terrorists, risking his life again and again. Decades of his life completely devoted to the organization. But everything changed when the new boss took over. To the new leader, Peter wasn't a legend. He was an old man, a dying assassin who had grown soft, and someone like that had no place in the organization anymore. So the decision was made. Get rid of him, erase him. After everything Peter sacrificed, after giving up his entire life for them, the organization decided to hunt him down. And now, as Peter lies bleeding in the cold rain, those memories begin to fade. Because despite everything he endured, it was never about wealth, or fame, or honor.